Hey everybody! YouTube always catches me off guard when it goes live, man. Like I'm always just like sitting here and YouTube gives me a little spinny thing, and then now you got me sitting there for like 5 minutes, just like, is it live or not? I don't even know. I always get caught off by that. How's everyone doing? Who's ready to get lost in the lost ruins of Arnak with us? I'm excited. I've played this game exactly twice, but I spotted that Jonathan had been playing it solo, so I demanded he teach it to me. So we're all set and ready to go and check it out. Jonathan's talking to me in the background. He doesn't know he's on mute. So hey Difter, hey Heggers, and Jonathan's in chat as well. So that's cool. We're all ready to go. And what I'll do is I'll do a little quick. Will Mike survive the ruins, Eddie? No, probably not. Well, to be fair, actually, there's not really any major perils in the ruins. There's a lot of guardians who are spooky scary, and they'll scare you if you're not careful. But all you do is make an offering, and then they give you a nice present and go away. So that is nice. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick rules overview. Nothing that's going to enable you to set it up and play at home, but certainly something that'll give you a bit of insight into how the game functions and what we're going to be doing today. We're playing on Board Game Arena remotely, and then we'll play the game, and then at the end, Jonathan and I can talk a bit about whether or not we actually like it. Hooray! So let's bring in Jonathan. Let's go here, and also unmute him. Hey, Jonathan.
How's it going, everyone? I saw loads of people I recognize in the chat, so I'm not going to shout everyone. Okay, Difter, Heggers, Eddie's here. Woo woo. Yeah, I'm not going to go super energy like we were saying a minute ago. But yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jonny, Hexy Beast, blah blah blah. You know the story. Logo behind me.
Exactly. You all know the Hexy Beast on YouTube's. He's on the YouTube's. So
YouTubes.
Where we exist, and now we're over here in the other corner, and the board game is here already. So let me see how I can explain this game. So it's I think and Jonathan, you'll have to talk at the end of this about whether or not this looks good in real life, because I looked at some pictures on Board Game Geek and I thought it looked really pretty, but I've never actually seen it. He's very quiet. Oh, I'll tell you
It's
why.
all these little hieroglyphics on the board as well on the screen. They don't mean nothing, I assure you. They come in later on. That no spoilers though. So yeah. It's like a little T-shaped one down here. That's good when you find it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is a very pretty game though, I will say that.
Well, this isn't actually the full game board either. The game board in real life has space for all kinds of tokens and things, but we don't have that in this version of the game because we are playing on BGA. Hey, Margot, thanks for joining.
Oh, we got more people. Say hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
So,
Margo.
here we go. An unhelpful overview on Lost Ruins of Arnak so that you can all follow along what we're doing. Okay, so the game is loosely sold as a worker placement deck builder. I think it's a bit more resource management-y than that, but if you understand those three things are influential, you'll kind of have a good idea about what's going on. It's got elements of sort of action selection as well, so it's really kind of a hybrid of many sort of different mechanisms, and as such, it's not too deep on any one of them, but it just involves a bit of everything. But we are, of course, explorers from some kind of 1950s serial that's been brought into the modern era, so that it's not as problematic as those old exploration serials were. And we are exploring the mythical, magical land of Arnak, and we are going to be awarded victory points for, I guess, documenting what is happening here. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most victory points is the winner. Whenever you see this little purple gemstone here with a number in it, that's victory points. So you're going to get victory.
Purple means points.
Purple means points. Jonathan knows what's going on. So, well, you can see here we've got some on our starting player board here, which we can talk about a bit more in a minute. But we've got some on all of the cards along the top of the board. We've got some on all of these little blue tokens that litter the board here, and we've got a whole bunch on this track on the right, because of course it wouldn't really be a Euro game without a track. Hey, there's another good thing. It is quite it is a Euro game, inspired Euro game for sure, and it's also 2 to 4 players.
You forgot about the one.
1 to 4 players, of course, because Jonathan's covering it. So there is a solo mode. Oh yeah, the solo mode. There's that. So it's a 1 to 4
actually a new
players.
solo campaign as well that's just been released.
I did see that. They've released a whole solo campaign with some kind of
free.
plot. And it's free.
Free. And you don't even need to print P&P it. There's actually a cool web app to play it as well. To use it to operate the automa and stuff.
Well, that's brilliant. So there we go. So we've got what do we got going on here? So on your turn, you're going to take actions, and you can take actions by playing cards from your hand. Pretty much everything requires you to play cards from your hand to do something.
Basically, it's an action unless it's got a lightning bolt on it. Is the way things work.
Exactly. So you can see the lightning bolt symbol here on our board. That has the these little symbols here. You might also see it printed on some of the text on the cards, although we haven't got any on the board at the moment.
Oh, they'll show up.
And the board is also double-sided, actually, with a
Yes.
baby's first game side and a more advanced side. We're playing with the beginner's side because I wanted to show you guys that for the first game on the stream.
I'd say it's more a normal side and a hard side, to be fair.
Jonathan knows better than me. He's played the hard side, and I have not. So we've got also this little staff here, actually, which is, you can see, counting the number 1 here. And I guess this is night falling, because it looks like it's an eclipse clearing up. But this is a round tracker, and when it reaches round 5, game ends, and we'll do some final scoring and see who wins. So on your turn, you're going to be taking actions, and pretty much all the actions require you to play cards from your hand for some kind of effect. And then when you run out of cards, you're probably going to have nothing left to do, so that'll be the end of your turn. So the turns are asymmetrical. So we're both going to start with 5 cards and always draw 5 cards, but there are ways to acquire cards during a turn and ways to sort of do lots of different things. So you'll find that the turn lengths can vary. And
Best way to tell if you're winning is if your turn is longer than theirs.
there you go. And in a way, it's sort of a very tactical game. It actually, to me, the turns felt a bit like Everdell, in the sense that, it's a very much sort of like grabbing stuff, and then you're like, oh, now I can do this, I'll grab some more stuff, now I can do that, I'll grab some more stuff, oh look, now this opportunity's opened up over here, so I'll do that. So it's always sort of like you're presented with some opportunities around what to do, and you might be sort of surprised what windows open and what windows close based on the actions your opponents are taking and things like that. So what we've got here are these cards, and when you're looking at the cards, you're looking at sort of 2 things. You got this little symbol in the top left corner here, which represents a form of travel, and you can see in my hand here I've got a boot, a car, and a boat. There's also an airplane.
I can't see them, by the way. especially not on the stream. If I look on YouTube.
Stream to spy on my hand. Well, the good news is I don't think that's going to give him too much of an advantage in this game. Fingers crossed. I don't need to give him any extra help. Jonathan's
basically saying I'm done.
So I need to hang in there. Well, you can see on the right that his ELO rating is quite a bit higher than mine as well.
That's nothing. That don't mean anything.
You're just saying that to make me feel better about the fact that I've lost every game of this I've played.
You did beat me the second time we played, I think, though.
Did I?
Yeah, but you were second, I was third. I had a bad game. That's my excuse.
Well, that was blind luck. Let's put it that way. So we've got, you can see also here I've started actually with a fear card in my deck. I think you start with 3 of these, or 2 of these in your deck?
Two
of these
them
in your deck. And they can be used for some functionality because they have a boot in the top left, but they're also worth -1 point at the end of the game. So if you can get rid of them, that'd be great. Because every round you're going to draw 5 cards off your deck, and you reset it when you've run out of cards. And this is the deck here. So you actually only start with 6 cards. And if you can get just 1 card out of your deck, then you're going to draw the same 5 cards every time. So that's a kind of interesting sort of take on the deck building.
So
that
we're not resetting our hand every turn. We're doing it every round. That's the main difference between the average deck builder, really. So we go through multiple turns on 1 hand of cards. Exactly right.
Once, as I said sort of earlier, when you play out your hand, that's pretty much the end of your turn. So that is interesting. There is some ways to draw cards though during your turn, which effectively give you more things to do.
Hopefully see that today.
Fingers crossed, one of us will achieve something good. So, But yeah, you've got these 4 modes of transport: the boots, the car, the boat, and the plane. The plane is kind of like it's over here actually on this blue card. You can see it in the top left there. But the plane's a good one because it counts for all. I mean, everything can be used in lieu of something less than it, right?
So basically, you have the plane, which can be used as anything.
Exactly.
Then you have the car and the boat that are equally ranked, but they're on separate branches, so to say. And then you have the boot, which is then just the boot, which is the basic resource for travel, basically.
I didn't even.
So as you can see, the spaces have requirements. Yeah. So the cars, the actual cars and the boats, as far as value is concerned, are equal. But they just require different. So you have to have cars or you have to have boats. But the plane is the one that's more higher. The better one.
The plane is the one that's...
Plane is good.
The wild travel.
Yes. Yes.
So what we've got... what you're going to do is you've got... as you can see actually from our little player sections up here as well, we've got 2 workers each. So on your turn, you're going to get to take 2 worker placement actions, but you need cards to do that. So, like I said, sort of running on the cards there as a sort of a counter of how many things you can do is an effective way to think about it. But you got 2 workers, so you can do up to 2 worker placement actions. But there are also cards later in the game that you can get that unlock sort of the ability to move workers around and can essentially let you do that more than twice. But there's no way to unlock actual additional workers. And you can see there's a marketplace of cards along the top here, and you can buy those as well. They have a cost in the
different
bottom
kinds.
left. Yeah, we got a blue kind and a brown kind. And we can explain the difference on those in just a minute. But what you can see in the bottom left is that they all have a cost. So the brown ones cost gold and the blue ones cost compasses. Because there are, in fact, a whole bunch of currencies. I think there are 5 currencies in the game. But
I'd say it's more like 2 currencies and 3 resources. But that depends how you want to see it.
Gosh darn it, Jonathan. What's the difference between a currency and a resource?
Well, the tablets, the arrowheads, and the gems are all considered resource. And you may notice, I don't know if there's one on the board right now. Yes, there is. The second space in the first level on the bottom row has an upgrade spot, which actually says that you could upgrade a tablet to an arrowhead, or you could upgrade a arrowhead to a gem, for example. So they don't quite work the same as gold and compasses. Gold is supposed to work like a currency, but the compasses are more to represent the time taken exploring. If that kind of sums it up in a different way. So, yes, they are all resources, but you will find that to pay anything on the research track, for example, you're generally going to need something that's either a compass.
Let me just stop you there for 2 seconds. I seem to have lost my my board game.
What have we
for
lost?
Some reason.
No. Yeah. So basically, the symbols.
There we go.
So the top 3 symbols, have you noticed on the research track, most things will cost in those top 3 symbols, and you'll very rarely see a compass or gold on the research track.
Well, let's explain the research track in a bit more detail here, because advancing up the research track is one of the best ways to get victory points. I guess, he said, having played twice. But you've got 2 symbols here. You've got a magnifying glass and a journal. And the good way to think about them is that the magnifying glass is discovering things and the journal is documenting them. And you're going to get points for doing both. You can see on the right of the research track that there is a little square symbol at the bottom and a magnifying glass shaped symbol at the top. And those represent the 2 icons that you have. And so what you're doing is you're paying the resource cost in the dot parchments at the bottom of each space in order to move your piece into that space. So if Jonathan were to advance his green magnifying glass there into the space on the left, he would pay a compass and an arrow in order
I'm just glad I'm green this time, to be honest. The last 3 times I've played, I haven't been green.
And there's a few little rules here. For example, if you move into the space on the right here with your magnifying glass or your book, then you have to move into the space directly above it because the parchment there connects to that space. Whereas if you move to the space,
path.
Exactly, the path has branches. If you move up on the left, you can access both spaces because the resource cost boxes both touch that space.
And the book always has to be below your magnifying glass or on the same space.
Yeah.
Cannot be above.
Exactly.
Cannot be above.
You have to discover things first. So the book cannot advance ahead of the magnifying glass because you can't write down something you haven't discovered yet. That's why it's sort of helpful to think about the theme there. And of course,
we could mash it up with an acronym maybe, but yeah.
Oh, let's not get into explaining how Anachrony works. But you've got on the right here as well, you've got the little purple values. Those are going to give you points at the end of the game for the position of your two tokens, and they're not cumulative. So, you know, if both are in the second row, you're going to get 3 points. And if both are in the top row at the very top here, you're going to get 26 points. And of course, there's a first to the top research space at the very top here, which is going to, you know, give you 23 if you get your magnifying glass in there first, and then it goes down in value.
I noticed Heggers says points mean prizes. So I got jokes about quivering blokes that are probably not suitable for the internet. And you won't get that unless you watch UK TV in the 90s. I'm sorry.
Well, then I don't get it, Jonathan. Here you are telling jokes that I can't follow on my stream. Jonathan, explain how people get onto these parchments.
What parchments?
At the top of the
Which
track.
Ones? Oh, those ones. You have to get all the way to the top of the track. Basically, once you get to the top of the track, your magnifying glass can get to the very top one, and it works in like a race. So you'll have the guy on the first place will get 23 points, the guy in second place, the guy there second will get 21, 20 and 19 for 4 players, but we're only playing 2, so that don't matter. And there's also some face down reward tiles at the top on the left, so you'll get to look at them and pick one of them, which will have some nice reward, which you can see peppered up throughout the research track as well.
What you mean are these,
which is what these
brown
square things,
here,
the
right?
square thingies,
yeah.
The square thingies, yeah, the little those things.
But what about these points tiles, the gold?
Oh, these little pyramid
ones?
things. Okay, yeah. So once you get to the top, obviously you can't research any further. So instead, what you can do is you can use either to get the bottom row of stuff, you just need the requirements below its row. To get the second row of these tiles, they're just extra points at the end of the game. You would need to use the 2 on the side of it. So for the left silver one, you would need 2 tablets, a coin, and a jewel. And for the one on the right side, you would need a jewel, a compass, and an arrowhead. And then for the top one, you basically need all 3 of those matched at the same time to get an 11-point tile. So that's just more getting points after you get to the top.
So they're worth what's directly below them. So this one here is these 2 resources here.
Yeah.
Ah, very good. But how do we get resources, and how do we advance up the track? Well, that's where the rest of the board comes in.
Yes.
We've got at the very bottom of the board here
part.
what are called base camps. And
yeah, the bottom row is base camp.
Yeah, these 5 base camps are going to enable us to get some of these precious, precious resources. And you can see here that each one of them only has a space for 1 worker. And that's because we're playing a 2-player game. So they do have a varying amount of accessibility based on player count, but the spaces that are not available are covered up with these water tokens. So if you want to put one of your workers down in one of these base camp spots, then you have to pay a boot, which means you're going to have to give up a card from your hand with a boot or better on it. So in the case of my hand up here, I could give up any of these 5 cards in order to get that boot.
Also worth mentioning, since we're talking about travel, that you can also spend 2 coins to get a plane at any time as well.
At any time, you can convert 2 money into a plane. That's true. Capitalism at work again. And so when you take the base camp action, you get what's depicted on it. So the one on the left here gives you 2 coins. The one next to it is 2 compasses. Then you get 2 tablets or an arrow. Or you can ditch a card from your hand to gain a gemstone as well. So these are ways in which to gain resources, but it's not super efficient. It's obviously how you're going to have to start the game. But the game will open up more as it goes on, because we're going to then get to these exploration areas. And there's 2 exploration zones. There's the one in the middle and the one at the top. The one in the middle is cheaper, and the one at the top is very expensive. So that's more in-game kind of stuff. But
and requires a lot more travel.
Exactly. So these are called undiscovered dig sites. So
yes.
There's sort of so if you want to put a worker down here, you're gonna need 3 compasses, and then also to pay the icon on the space. So you're gonna need boats or cars. And
at that point, you would gain the totem, which is the purple tile on top of it, which will then go on your board, and you'll gain the reward off it instantly. And you could also use it to power board abilities, but we'll worry about that later. To get to level 2 sites, obviously costs 6 compasses, but at the time you reveal one of these sites, you will also pull out a site itself, which has the reward on it, which you also get. But then you'll also pull a guardian, which will cause fear to go in your deck unless you can somehow defeat or overcome it or give its offering or
So what this
whatever it wants.
essentially is going to do is it's going to unlock the dig site, which is a new action worker placement space. And yeah, so you immediately get that reward, don't you, Jonathan? If you
Yes, you get that straight away.
Yeah.
Once
but
you
you're
discover
also
it.
unlocking it sort of as a worker placement space for all future players.
Yes, for future turns. You don't have to spend the you don't have to spend the compasses to go back to a level 2 site that's already been discovered, for example.
But we're going to have to deal with the Guardian first. And so the Guardian is a creature that blocks the way, and it must be bribed into being our friend so that it will let us use the space. And here's how it works. It will have some kind of cost on it. It'll be money or compasses or tablets or
you'll see them soon enough as well.
Or resource, or the red gems, one of those things. And if you pay the cost, the Guardian will deliver unto you a reward and then go away.
In the form of a one-time use power, by the way, which is the reward usually, and they're worth 5 points each. So they're very tasty, those Guardians.
Oh yes, each Guardian will give you a trophy, which is worth 5 points at the end of the game. That's very true. And we are actually tracking the Guardian trophies in our little player displays right here. But I imagine there's a token in the actual game.
I just noticed this. You get first turn, Mike. Ah.
Yes. Well, the game took pity on me because it saw that I was much worse at this than you. So, see, now I'm setting myself up that no matter what happens, I win. Because if I fail, it was a foregone conclusion.
Because you can just blame the fact that my yellow was 100. Yeah. I haven't played that many games of it. I don't know. I don't even know how yellow works.
I'm going to catch you off guard because you're used to playing an automa, and I'm not like that. I'm unpredictable and wild and make mistakes. But
then if you lose, you then have to come to terms with the fact that you lost to a stack of tiles.
Well, they were designed by some clever game designer somewhere. I'll find some way of weaseling my way out of it.
Are you smarter than a stack of cardboard? That's what we're trying to figure out today.
But the Guardians, if your worker's left in a space with a Guardian, a dig site with a Guardian at the end of the turn, or at the end of the whole round, sorry, then you will take another fear card into your deck because your worker gets spooked by the Guardian that you're unable to make friends with. So that's something to consider. If you can move the worker because you have an advanced action card, great, you won't take the fear. But the other way to do it is to just bribe the Guardian.
Fear is not fun.
We don't want fear. Exactly.
Nothing to fear but fear itself.
There you go. So we've got, I think, just 2 more things to explain, really, and then we're good to go. One of the cards at the top of the deck, you got the brown ones and the blue ones. These cards will go into your deck and do good stuff for you. So they're all worth points, which is important because at the end of the game, you're going to get points for that. There's the blue ones and the brown ones. The brown ones cost money. The blue ones cost compasses. So you might be figuring out here that compasses are quite hard to come by. And you can actually see that I've got cards in my starting hand that give me compasses and money, and it's a lightning bolt, which means it doesn't take up my action for that round, but I still have to discard the card, so I'm still essentially losing an action. So
you're losing the travel as well.
I'm losing my travel option. I'm losing sort of my anything else I could do with that card. So it is quite a difficult decision. But you can buy more cards, and the cool thing about buying a card is, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jonathan, it goes directly into your hand.
Yes. So the brown cards go directly on the bottom of your deck. The blue cards are like instant effects that will cost tablets later on if you want to use them again. They will get into your play area. The blue ones do.
Right. So yes. So here's something that maybe I haven't explained well clearly, but when you play a card, it doesn't go into a discard pile. It goes into your play area. There are certain effects that let you remove cards from your deck. So hopefully the people could see us again. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Don't
worry.
Alive. Don't worry, everyone. We haven't gone anywhere. We have to continue this unhelpful rules explanation. Okay. Yes. So
cards. Blue versus brown.
Yeah. So you buy the brown cards. They go onto the bottom of your deck. So if you have fewer cards in your deck when you buy them, you're going to see them. Probably see them next turn, hopefully, depending on how bloated your deck is. But they have different functionality. So you've got I don't know, like this pickaxe here, which lets you trade a compass for a tablet and a stone arrowhead. The blue cards they go directly into your play area. Oh yeah, and what I was saying was that you can trash cards either from your hand or your play area, and the play area is any card you've used for anything this turn, or this round. This round.
Round, yeah.
And yeah, there's certain things that let you trash cards from your deck, like this let me bring it up here. This
I mean, the whole game lets you trash players, so you know.
This little Stone Guardian symbol here, that red arrow through red X through a card here. That's get rid of the card. So I have to hurry this explanation up because my lights are going to heat my brain up, and I'm not going to be able to explain anything.
So when you lose, you can blame the brain boiling.
The brain boiling
from the
lights.
lights.
Exactly. Exactly. I tripped on a rock and the stream went down at it.
How is my lighting, by the way? Because it's getting increasingly dark, and I'm running out of light, I think.
Don't worry,
Can you see me all right?
You're coming through clear as day.
Okay.
Absolutely wonderful.
That's probably not a good thing for the people watching.
So what we've got here as well is the blue cards. So they've got the coveted plane symbol on them, or not all of them. This one does. But when you buy this, it will immediately do something and go into your play area. And then it will be discarded at the end of the round. And it's also, you can see here, got a little tablet in the middle left of the card, which is indicating that if you draw this into your hand in the future and you want to use the ability again, you're going to have to pay a stone tablet to do that. So although these get to be played immediately,
They also have their own travel icons as well, which is nice.
Yep. And so what's notable about these is that we're going to get more of them appearing as the game goes on, as this staff moves towards the right, because the game rounds are progressing. The cards to the left of it will become blue. So I think we've also got very quickly. I was going to explain the player board. One more thing, guys. These little guys down here at the bottom of the track here. These are the assistants. You've got space on your player board, which is bear with me here. OBS has managed to lose my game.
Oh, Mike, what's happening?
Come on, OBS, you jerk. There we go. So you can see here on my player board, I've got 2 spaces for assistants that
Mike,
can also be.
You tripped on a rock, Mike. That's what happened. Apparently.
I did. I tripped over a rock and cut my stream out. Well, it's hard to get good Wi-Fi signal here in Arnak.
Yeah.
But we can tap our little assistants here to use their abilities, and you get assistants by unlocking them.
If you look at your research track, you get rewarded to them at certain points for the book. Usually, you'll notice like you get silver ones on the book, and then you can upgrade the silver ones to the gold ones as you get higher. And then after you go past halfway, it generally just gives you compasses, or in that case, artifacts and etc. Gives you better stuff.
Yeah. So the
but that's a long way away.
Are double-sided. So you flip them over to the gold side, they get better. And you can actually see that each tile has both.
Tells you what's on the back.
Yeah, exactly. It's got both abilities on it. So this one here lets you upgrade a resource. And when it's upgraded to the gold side, upgrade a resource and also get a compass. And the lightning bolt means that it is, of course, not an action for your turn, so you can do this and then take your turn proper. So when
one of them I want. I'm already after those assistants.
Yeah, you got your eyes on one specifically. So there's actually 3 stacks of assistants. When one tile is claimed, it will be replaced from its own stack, and if enough assistants are claimed from a single stack, then that stack will run out. So you'll have a more limited pool to choose from. But in a 2-player game, I don't know if are the stacks made smaller for a 2-player game?
No, there's just 3 stacks of 4. There's 12 of them altogether.
So we have a bit more choice.
They get shuffled and then they split into 3 decks, basically.
And so the last thing to talk about are these 5 actions here on your player board. Whenever you claim one of those blue totem tokens for discovering a dig site, you put it here on your player board where your workers are also located. And you can, at any time, slide it into one of these 4 slots here. Note this isn't...
Which covers up its point space.
Yeah, so each totem is worth 3 points, and you'll get that at the end of the game. But if you use the totem as one of these action spaces, you'll lose points. So the more you use these, the more points you'll lose. So at the moment, you've got 10 points available to you on your player board, and you'll lose more of them the more times you do this. but it's a lightning bolt thing, so it doesn't take up your action for the turn. And when you
Be very useful.
slide yeah, we're probably gonna have to do at least a couple of these.
Hmm.
When you slide the totem in there, you get to pick one of these 5 things to do. So you got here, draw a card, which is pretty good. It's like do an extra thing this round. You got above it have a goal and a compass. Above that 2 totems. Above that gain one of the arrowheads, and then finally pay money and gain one of the red gemstones.
And I think that's everything.
I think that covers
That's
it.
the whole game.
Yep. Now you know how to play. We don't even have to play it now. Cool.
Yeah.
But I do have the first turn, and I must select something to do. And I probably should have been thinking, but I know exactly what Jonathan wants to do, so I'm just going to steal.
No,
his
don't
thing.
do it.
I know,
Don't do
I'm
it.
such a jerk. But I'm going to go ahead and take this compass space because it's so good. I click
You started
on
a war.
I've already started the antagonizing. I'm not even a good host. I'm just like, give me the best spot. So you can see up here it says I have to pay travel, 1 boot, and it's also giving me the option here of paying 2 coins for an airplane. But I'm going to give up my fear card because it's not really useful for anything else. My worker goes out there. I get 2 compasses and I can now perform free actions if I want. So that's the lightning bolt actions. But I don't feel the need to do that right now, so I'm just going to end my turn. And it's Jonathan to play.
Now what I should do is be really mean here. I've got something. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I just got. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get it. I'm gonna place my worker here and gain an arrowhead.
Oh my god. What are you planning, Jonathan? Oh, he's planning to get one of those assistants right off the bat. That's fine because I'm
also planning to stop you getting arrowheads.
Oh my god, but what do I need arrowheads for? I don't care about arrowheads.
Well, the first place on the research track is a good arrowhead requirement, and the one above it if you take the right route instead. I'm just trying to get in your head, Mike.
Yeah, you are trying to get into my head. So, what I think I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to play this exploration card here to gain a compass. And then I'm just going to jump straight into this spot over here. Because I'm an absolute sucker for deleting cards I hate. It's just my thing.
Yeah.
So I have to give up another card to do this for travel, so I'm going to discard this boat, and I'm going to go down there.
So straight away. Look. I hope may your guardians be difficult.
And now it's asking me which card I want to get rid of, and of course I'm going to ditch this fear card here, and I'm going to reveal the
good one.
some kind of guardian. I can't even see that. What is that?
There is no guardian for some reason. Did you play it? So you've still got something to do. You've got to get an item first.
You may gain a free
You can choose
item.
to get. Yeah.
Oh.
You got to choose to either gain item or compasses.
Ooh, I can have 2 compasses or gain. So this is the action space that's appeared.
Yeah,
here.
that's the space that's on the site.
Yeah. And so the action spaces either have 2 compasses or gain a card. Oh, I do like the idea of having a free card though. I could get
I like the idea of you having a free card too, because I might get a nice, free action card that'll show up when you take one away.
This one says choose.
But,
I like this army knife. Choose 2 different things. Delete a card. Have a money, a compass, or a tablet. And it's also a car and a thing. I mean, the machete's also nice. It's less flexible, but it gives you more stuff to do. Of course, if I run out of curse cards, is trashing a card optional though, Jonathan?
Yes, you can choose not to do it. Ooh. I think, in some situations, the app will tell you. In most time, I've been able to say don't want to do that, but still get my compasses or whatever. But I can't remember if it's different based on whether you get it from a token or whether it's part of a card or anything like that right now. But we'll find out soon enough.
So we've got the fishing rod here as well, which might be a good acquire early in the game because it says buy a brown card with a 3 coin discount, including the top card of the deck. So you're quite literally fishing.
You may also notice the army knife has 2 different travel icons on it.
It did. I really like the army knife. I think it's really versatile and cool. I do like my options there. I like having, but it does say choose 2 different options, so I can't get a whole ton of compasses with that. So this is you might wonder what see we oh god, I've literally been looking at these cards and nobody can see them. I'm so sorry.
We're also still waiting,
you got the
for your guardian to show up.
Yeah, exactly. This tent so here are the cards we've been talking about. So sorry guys, I forgot to put those on stream here. I zoomed in to help you see and then I was unhelpful. But what we've also got here is the tent, which says activate a site you occupy. So essentially letting you get a third activation this round, and it says if it's a level 2 site you must first pay 2 compasses. So that's pretty cool as well. So I could actually get that and the next turn activate a dig site twice, which could be really useful. Ooh, I'm
that is a level 2 site though. Ooh.
Well, no, if it is a level 2 site you have to pay compasses, but you could activate a level 1 site twice. Oh, that could be really good.
That's lots of compasses.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna take the tent. Now I have to think of a clever way to use that.
You now need to travel on a duel to get rid of your guardian, so I'm okay with that. Do you know why I'm okay with that?
Because I can't.
I'm gonna show you exactly why I'm okay with that on my next turn.
So you're gonna take the duel spot. Well,
yes.
That's. All right.
I ain't even gonna hide it. It's just I'm just saying yes.
So this is the free function here of this guardian then, Jonathan, that I'm going to get a free airplane.
Free plane travel, yeah. You only get to use it once after you defeat it.
But so immediately
you can keep it as long as you want.
Oh, I can keep it as long as I want.
Yeah, but once you use it, it flips the tile over and it's just points then, basically in the physical version.
Oh, very neat. All right, cool. So I'm done for now. Let's go back to this one so I don't forget to zoom in on stuff, and I'll end my turn. Over to
oh, Mego.
So, got a new card. It's a carrier pigeon. He says, immediately have 2 tablets.
It's one I want. It's one I want.
Thanks, Mr.
Lucky
Pigeon.
for you. Lucky for you, I have the stuff I need to research by here in order to get the coin I need. You see?
Now Jonathan's got 2 coins. He can get that carrier pigeon. Of course.
I'm deliberately keeping cards in my hand just so you don't know what they are. To be fair.
I have 2 coins, so I could buy
the first cards. We both got the same.
What's that?
I said it's the starting hand. We both got the same.
It's true. We both have exactly the same. Well, to be fair, you could get unlucky and start with both your fear cards, right?
But that's good for round 2, right?
Indeed. So what we got here is this carrier pigeon, and I could buy that card and deprive Jonathan of it, but I won't. I'll be nice. Instead, what I'm actually going to do is go over here, and I'm going to activate one of my board actions, because I want to sort out my poor little man. So I'm going to go ahead and take this board action here, which lets me pay a coin for a gem.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
And I can also, so now I can go and defeat this guy. And it's like, you must get a boot. Well, I can get rid of one of these 2 cards. Which one am I going to get rid of?
A car is better than a boot, and a ship is better than a boot, so you can get rid of anything. Or if you've got the coins, you could always just buy your way out of it.
Yeah, I think I want to keep the money, though, especially if I might want to buy another card here. So I think what I'll do... Got no compasses. I'm just gonna get a travel icon here. But what the big deal is, I don't get a thing. I don't get a fear. I think let's get rid of the coin. I think I'm gonna keep the compass. I think I'd like the compass. So we'll pay with this one card.
He's willing to go into the next round with starting cards. Okay.
Well, I already got 1 card.
Yeah, true. I haven't bought anything yet, have I? You may perform free actions, Mike.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What should I do? I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. My choices. I might actually spend... I've still got a worker that I'm trying to figure out what to do with.
Yeah, you've got that on me.
I might actually go here. And then... Yep. Okay.
Get that
I may perform free acciones, and my free acciones are going to be Babette. Babette. Babette.
Oh my god, look at that. Buying everything.
I forgot what my main action was, but I passed him. I was too busy doing free actions to remember what I actually chose. Oh well. Oh yeah, worker. It was worker.
All right, well, let's have a think here.
Card is still there. I'm surprised you didn't steal that card off me yet.
The carrier pigeon. Well, I decided not to, and now I can't afford it, which is fine actually. I'm okay with that.
I've obviously got my eyes on some certain cards right now.
Well, I think what I might do is
I'm actually really upset that I'm not going to be able to explore this. Actually, no, I've got a plan. Never mind. It's all good.
Jonathan's going to display his.
Oh, it's not going to work, actually. Never mind.
Well, I think I might buy this pickaxe because it's the only card I can afford.
Oh.
I'm done. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the pack donkey's so good.
Ah, I just saw the pack donkey.
There you go. Jonathan wins. It's only because they got lucky draw. Ah, the horse also very good. But I'm broke.
No one's got money for it anymore.
So
I'm going to go into round 2 without even going to a site. I'm upset.
Put out this compass, and then
You've already got Guardian as well.
Well, this is the thing. So I've done less than Jonathan this round, but I've got 5 points for the Guardian I defeated. Is that good?
I'm hoping to. Oh, I can't afford my pigeon anymore. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at everything on the board a second. See if there is anything I can do. I don't think there is.
Dr. D is here with his PhD in anthropology, ready to commence the excavation.
Ah, that's terrible. You know what we said about 2 fear cards?
Well, Jonathan gets to go first, so...
But luckily for me, pack donkey!
Yep, so Jonathan gets to draw 2 more
Saved
cards.
my ass.
Good.
Wink, wink. Sorry. First, this is the only time you'll ever catch me swearing. Anyway, how am I going to destroy Mike? That's why you're on the side. Destruction is in order, it would seem. And I think we're going to go with this. I got to do 3 actions. Well, did I already pick a main action? Yes. Oh, pack donkey. Okay, got it.
Oh, it's pack donkey.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's not a free action. Yeah, so you'll notice the lack of lightning bolt here on pack donkey, which means that that's Jonathan's turn.
Yep. Well, almost. Now it is.
So I think what I'd like to do this turn is to immediately visit the my crashed aeroplane, and I'll use this exploration card to do it.
That tile is actually used thematically in the solo campaign. That crashed airplane tile, just so you know.
Ooh. Fluff win. You may perform free actions. That's fine. I shall end my turn.
That's alright. I only did one. Sorry. Get free actions. Nah. It's terrible.
I would like to perform free actions, but I can't.
Yeah. Right, what am I gonna do, Mike? Look what you've turned me into.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jonathan, because...
I'm gonna take a risk. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance, you know? That's right. Oh
my
beautiful.
God, it basically just gives you the stuff you
Gave you what I needed, yeah. Now I can perform a free action and go, bip. Thank you. Right, enter.
Right.
I'm catching up, Mike. Catching it. I've got plans now. I'm off. I still didn't buy my carrier pigeon. Don't worry, pigeon. One day we'll be together.
Pigeon.
That would be a cute pet name for my wife.
Ooh, I kind of actually. I made a boob.
You made a boob.
I made a boob.
What'd you make it out of?
Poor choices. I thought there was something I could do that was not what I in fact could do. So there you go.
Yes,
Um,
that happens.
But
This game is good at that.
yeah, this game is good at that. But that's fine, actually, because I think I've got a good idea here about what I might do
I
instead.
think I've made up for a bad choice.
So I've got some options here.
Options.
Am I gonna just like?
Focus.
Am I just gonna get? I could just gamble here and go and explore a site. Seems risky.
Isn't Dr. D what Elizabeth Elizabeth Davidson's kids not her kids, students call her? From Beyond Solitaire. I don't know if you watch that channel. I'm not going to shout other people out for no reason. What am I doing?
I don't know that. Just giving free shout outs on my channel. Don't you know that
Sorry, dude.
that costs
I
money?
didn't mean it. Please. Don't fire me. Don't hurt me.
Don't fire me.
Nah, don't worry. I'm not employed by Mike. It's all good.
This is true. I pay him nothing.
Literally, I found out I was doing this at about 5:30. He's like, "Do you want to be on a stream around 8 o'clock?" I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we were going to do Gloomhaven with Chris this evening, like I said on Sunday, but Chris got caught up in real life stuff, and Jonathan very kindly agreed to step in at the last minute and play this with me. So,
and luckily for Mike, I don't have a life, so
we're very grateful to Jonathan for doing that. Well, it's remarkable, really, because Jonathan's a very busy man, father of 2,
apparently,
and has a YouTube channel.
apparently, oh, it's easy. Kids are easy, man. Don't worry about that.
The best parenting's life experience.
Yeah, they look after themselves. It's fine.
Oh god, I'm trying to work out whether or not I just want to go and do a Guardian or not. It's really tricky.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, I distracted you from a tough decision.
It's fine. I think I might actually just go ahead and do a Guardian, because it's the most fun thing, even though I think it's kind of a terrible idea. So I'm gonna go over here and do this.
Uh huh. Ooh.
2 coins and a blue thing.
You don't have any blue things.
Well, I guess I'm screwed. I'll be fine.
Actually, you might not be. I have a plan for them. First, I take the coin. Then. Ooh, tricky. Then I take the blue thing space.
But Jonathan, I couldn't have done that anyway. I don't have any workers left.
Then I have free action to get gem. Then. Right, I've only, okay.
This action
Then
down here that Jonathan just
I end my turn.
Okay. Very good. Well, now I've got some options here, gang, and I've got to figure out what I want to do.
FaZe Kitty is trying to get in through the door again. Hold on.
I would like. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I think, is this. What I need a coin and a blue thing.
Light. Here we go.
Well, I've got all kinds of fun plans. Let's do this one first, though.
All the plans.
It's my pickaxe coming to save me. Ooh, pickaxe.
If that's what you call it, it's up to you, man. Anyway, so I must select an action now. And I'm thinking the action I would like to do would be this action. In order to gain this dude. So that I may do this thing. To discard this thing. And I have no cards left, but, you know, it was worth doing just to get it out.
Well,
just to put it in the discard pile for no reason to save it, asking me a question later.
one day, Hackers, we may discover what life is, but it won't be today.
One day.
So,
It will be today. I promise you, by the end of this stream, you will know the meaning of life.
you took the assistant I wanted, Jonathan, so now I have to do something else.
She's mine. I just realised it was a guy. Sorry. I assumed.
So, what am I gonna do now?
You were giving them names the other day. I can't remember what they were.
What was that?
Yeah.
I should probably be more alarmed that I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we don't have the compass or the other thing that we need.
We need things. The goal of the game is to get things.
Yes.
To do things. And then at the end we get points.
Yeah. Well, I think what I'll do is I will...
I just described every Euro game. Sorry.
The goal is to achieve the goal. Obstacles are in the way.
We've got wood for sheep.
We've just described every board game. I don't actually know how I was intending to get this compass anyway, so I'm not really sure what on earth I'm doing here. But seeing as I'm now in no real rush to do what I was going to do, let's just go ahead and play this tent for its main action. And now we can activate... Oh, we can activate the spaces you're on. That's interesting.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. Still, the carrier pigeon lives on. No one has claimed him.
But I actually wanted to activate this one because I just really want this horse.
I've run out of cards. It's kind of a shame. I had plans.
Oh.
Okay, so for my main action this turn, I will defeat my guardian. Yay, done. End turn. See how quick that was, Mike?
Oh my god. You're so quick, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So quick.
Well, that's why you wanted me, innit?
Exactly.
How
This is why I invited
how
you.
fast I am.
So I'm going to go ahead and play this one for money, and then I can defeat my guardian as well.
1 for the money, 2 for the show.
And I'm thinking I could potentially advance somewhere or something, but I think I'll probably just end my turn here. Or end my... Oh, it's over to Jonathan now. What you going to do, Jonathan?
I'm going up on the research track. Ding.
Oh, look at Jonathan with the money doing the things.
Which gets me a compass.
Oh my god. Alright, I probably need to advance on this research track at some point. But, you know, I don't think I want this card here because it's just a compass card. So, I don't think that's really of any use to me. Well,
I'm just glad that all these guardians are gone, so all these nice spaces are available to us next round.
Yeah, look at all the action spaces we'll unlock. So I think I'm probably just going to pass.
And looking at my funds, so am I.
Well, Jonathan had one more turn than me, so that's no good at all.
I think, but I think you're winning because you have 2 guardians at the end of round 2.
Oh my god.
Hello, Pack Donkey. I don't care that I'm telling you I got the Pack Donkey.
Pack Donkey broken. Pack Donkey OP.
He's back. Oh, there is one combo which I think might be a thing if you ever come across it. There's one that allows you to take cards from the exile pile, and it discards itself into the exile pile. I did a loop with it playing solo before that basically had me retrieving this card pretty much every other turn in order to use it again, and it just got ridiculous. You should check it out. It's in there somewhere. If you come across it, you'll notice it when you start using it. Trust me. It's a very, very effective strategy, to say the least. I've only ever had it happen to me on 2 games, though. I haven't been able to get the combo to work since. You've got to be lucky with the artifacts and stuff.
Alright, let's go ahead. And
I've put myself in a really bad, stupid position right now. I just realized. Because I've got a Pack Donkey that allows me to draw 2 cards, and I only have 2 cards in my deck, but I also have an assistant that allows me to draw a card and discard a card. So unless I buy a card, there's no point me using the Pack Donkey.
Well, don't you just have all the fancy stuff? I'm going here. I'm not entirely sure why. I just kind of
I've got a solution.
wanted to do it.
Okay. 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 Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my plan is to go and then say, hey, carrier pigeon. Boom. I now have the cards I need to make my strategy work.
He's got strategy, guys. I'm doomed.
Oh, you're still gonna win. I can't find where I can get those 5 points that you are ahead of me right now in my head.
Look, I just wanted to, beat
You've also got rid of fear at this point. I haven't.
Got rid of one fear. I'd like to get rid of my other one.
They got one of my. The chronometer's over there as well. Look. Ooh.
Let's go and play. All right. So what I need actually is.
You can do it, Mike. That's what Difter says. What can you do? Lose.
Thanks, Difter. How dare you, Jonathan? Invite you on my channel.
Yeah. All I've done the whole time is take the mic. So.
Alright. I've used both my workers already, guys, but we need to give Jonathan a turn to catch up. And
yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's more like it, Mike. That's what I was expecting. So first, we're going to do this and get rid of that. And then I'm going to use Pack Donkey as my main action to whip every card in my hand, which now allows me to use the Carrier Pigeon as a free action to get 2 tablets. Okay, that sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh explanation. And then
I play my trap card.
Yeah.
So I think now I'm going to play horse.
Horse.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect that.
You don't expect many things.
Yeah, I'm constantly surprising myself with what's going on in this game.
I can't swear. You took my space. You took the space.
Yeah, player interaction.
I can now perform a free azione. And I got okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do this because why not? I just emptied my hand for the sake of not having to look at it again.
Oh, look at these cards.
Yeah, well, I've got free travel on my Guardian, so I don't really need to keep them for anything. So I figured I might as well turn them into resources at this point. Not going to do anything better with them.
Okie dokie. So what am I going to do now? Do you
For
know
everyone at home,
guys?
I'm actually having a pretty bad game.
I should use one of these. Okay. I can't believe it's round 3 and I haven't progressed up the research track at all.
I can't believe how little progress I've done on this point.
But now I've got the resources, I'm going to go ahead and actually advance up the research track. So let's move up to here.
Once again, my assistant is useless.
Now let me have a think here. How am I going to do the rest of this?
Ooh, I got a plan. No. Yes. No. Maybe. Who knows? I'm just here to put Mike off.
How dare you?
Well, the YouTube algorithm likes longer videos. So if I can make your turns, drag them out, it's all good for us. That was a kidding. Well, you have to mention it, don't you? Otherwise, sometimes people don't realize you're kidding. I am going to go...
I never kid. I'm very serious.
I am going to go hither. Which was a very bad choice. I say that about everywhere I go. Oh, yay, a good choice.
Oh, that Guardian's easy. This is bull crap.
It's funny when you're trying to not swear, isn't it? So hard. I can't play board games without swearing. I'm like, oh, flip the table. Do you know what I mean?
This is interesting, though, actually, because I was like, oh, I kind of want that space. But now I don't really want that space. Gosh, this is annoying. How am I going to do this?
I think Mike's beating me. Place bets now, guys. Round 3. It's a good time as any to bet. Him and his 3 guardians. Oh, no, he's got 2.
Oof. I've only got 2. You're about to have 2 as well, so I think we're doing all right.
Am I, though?
Am I?
Sure
yeah, what I'm going to do, I think, is actually...
I feel bad for anybody who's watching who knows how to play this game well, watching us both play badly. By the way, just in case, you know. You're out there going, "Oh, why didn't you do that?" You could just see it on the other end of the screen. Everyone's looking at us thinking, "I wouldn't have went there." Oh, there we go. Oh, mate, what are you doing? You're climbing. You're climbing up this track for?
Because research means points, Jonathan!
Purple means points.
And I need them points.
I've got to decide what I need right now. What do I need? I've got my 2 coins, which will get me my travel. If I go there, get there. Oh, my wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, another free travel. And why am I saying Jurassic Park again? Every time.
Ooh.
Oh, Mike's thinking.
I like this chronometer.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Sorry, my Welsh came out then. I'm sorry.
Do I need money for anything?
That's good, isn't it?
I'm just going to buy the chronometer. Give me that.
Oh, you're glad. I'm tempted to let my Welsh accent come through more in future.
I think you should. Well, I mean, if that's
it's weird. My accent is weird anyway, man. Even for where I'm from. It just don't match. I've moved around too much. Anyway. So, I must select actions now. I'm not good at actions. Obvious action in it, though. There is one obvious action.
Research!
Yes. And then I'm seeing what's actually up there and what I could use and what I can do. There's not been any good artifacts out here, Mike. I'm blaming you. So
what?
I would like to have this as well. And my twine. And twine. Mike. I don't know. See, you got all the tablets. You got all the tablets. And that scares me.
Look, Jonathan. I just got more tablets.
You see you on the street corner. I want to buy these tablets.
Anyone want to buy a tablet?
I want to buy a tablet. I got
Arnak
plenty.
tablets.
I got lots. I don't think there's anything I can do. No, I had to pass, and you've still got 4 cards in your hand.
You passed?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my turn done. That is it. Round 3 is over for me.
Alright, well I'm going to play this exploration card for the compass so that I can advance my little thing up here and have a person. And I want this one.
I said I'm having a tough game. I am, mate.
Gotta give you a run for your money, Jonathan. That's what I gotta do. Alright, now let's go ahead and actually just... You may select an action. Let's flip this person.
This is what I do.
To make
That's why people invite me on the streams, is to beat me. They know they're going to win, so they go, yeah, we'll get Jonny on. Because that way we know we're going to win. And then that's how it works. That's why I'm here. That's why you catch me on... That's why, even though I do solo games, nobody ever chooses me for co-op games. They always want to play against me.
Oh, Jonathan.
I feel so bad. I don't think I've ever collaborated. Actually, no. The only time I ever did collaborate on a co-op game was the first time, and that was with you, funny enough, with Paul Gogan.
Yes, that is... I mean, I think you've been watching my channel a little bit, but I think we didn't actually...
That was my first collaboration. That was my very first collaboration.
Well, it was nice of Paul to bring us together like that, but then he worked with us one time and was like, "Never again."
Yeah.
So now we
I don't
collaborate
think
with
it's
one
like
another.
that, but like,
No,
yeah,
I know.
it is awkward
I
to. So now you have to say about using this tent.
That's an
Outrage.
outraged.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
So
we're
now you
back.
have to say about
We're
using
back.
this tent.
We were just quite quiet. We were just happily playing along the game
Outrage.
here. We didn't even realize OBS had crashed again. I think it might be the.
We're back.
Yeah,
So
we're
now you
back.
have to say about
We're
using
back.
this tent.
We were just quite quiet. We were just happily playing along.
Are we still here?
Yes, sorry. I got very distracted. I was like, what's going on? Because I had left the stream unmuted, and then I could hear myself.
Yes.
But yes, I think it might be the heat bugging my laptop out or something, because OBS just keeps crashing. Sorry about that, guys. We were just like sitting here quite happily playing the game without noticing that this OBS had gone down. I played a tent, and I activated the dig site down here in order to gain a card and a thing and another thing.
And then I passed ages ago, in case you hadn't seen it already. So now we're just waiting for Mike to have his turn.
Yes, this is indeed the case. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to purchase, I think, this whip because I really like it. Even though it's only worth a point, I like the idea that it'll get me a blue card next turn for free.
Well, whatever you do in your personal life is up to you, Mike.
Now I can play the chronometer and use it to pass so that I gain 3 compasses as well, which I think is the right call. Beep. Compasses for me!
Yay, please, no fear. Yay! I must select an axion. Why does it want me to do that? Right. I just gotta figure out what I'm doing. Sec. Brain. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what we should probably do is come here.
Oh no, the star charts went away. Why did the star charts go away?
What? Star chart? Star charts?
There were star charts up here. Now they're gone.
Oh my god. Seriously?
What?
Do you know what just happened? I just drew both of my fears, those card draws.
This is the problem when you got so much card draw, Jonathan. You spoil.
At least Carrier Pigeon can do some work for me.
Yes. Good job, Carrier Pigeon. Getting Jonathan some nice, fancy resources.
Stuff. Everyone likes stuff. Oh man, I'm looking at the board like, how am I gonna do this? I've never felt so much despair while playing Arnak in my life. I could just see Mike's points going up and mine not in my head. It's like one of those like prison break moments.
I'd like to play this whip, please.
Be careful where you say that.
I want this treasure chest.
Also be careful where you say that.
You may perform free actions. Ooh.
Ooh. Synchronized doing.
Ooh.
Like it.
That's fine.
Yay! I still haven't used an artifact this game. What am I going to do with you? Okay, so dink. And then I'm going to go for dink. Whoop, which is then going to allow me to go dink and dink. Which then leaves me in a situation of ending this. Cool. Cool. Let's just check we're still streaming in a minute. Yep, we are.
Still
cool.
streaming. Gotta keep an eye on that.
Yeah. I hope you can't hear my fan, by the way. I've got a fan like down in the corner behind me. Speaking of, because Heggers was mentioning about the fan, the USB fan pointing at my work laptop so it doesn't melt. When my fan broke in my PC before, I pretty much had the side off and a room fan blasting into the side of my computer. Well, and I was trying to upload a video at the same time. That was fun, watching it render and watching the temperature just tick over the 100-degree every now and again. So you can start smelling your motherboard, like, you know? It's bad. Anyway, now that I've spent a lot of time talking about something that's completely unrelated to board games, Mike can select his action. Look at him. Look at him deep in thought. Look at the face. Just look at it. I know my face is worse, right?
I should have picked a different card.
Yeah, the regret that instantly fills you when you realize you can't follow a path. It's one of the reasons I love this game. You suddenly have a plan, and then you just see it all crumble based on one compass or something. It's great. Just one cog in the machine, and it can destroy the whole engine. Okay, here comes Mike. Coming through. Mike's coming through.
We're coming up, and I know what I'm doing. It's fine to do things right. It's fun to do things right and good.
The singing is intentionally terrible to avoid any form of copyright strike, so just so you know.
I'm so in tune and good at my job.
Yes.
Okay.
He's very good. You should hear him sing. He's got the voice of an angel.
It's true. I do. Don't test me.
Just get you break out. Just do an aria part of your stream, like. Okay, so it's time for me to get my ass into gear.
With the pack donkey.
I didn't have enough cards to draw. I'm not making the best use of this donkey at all. Okay. Oh my god, like, sorry. That was terrible. Funding.
It is the expedition, anthropological mission to learn about the weird things that live in
Just
Arnak.
imagine it. Yeah, the weird guardians. I'm genuinely worried how I'm going to keep this turn going, let alone... I won't be able to play for like... It's going to be 2 turns and I'm going to end up passing. I can see it now.
Pickaxe of glory! Entered.
Enton.
Entered. I'm all done.
Enton.
I'm done.
See, I'm in a really awkward position where I could risk discarding a card to get a jewel, or I could maybe go discover a site and hope this jewel's there. Or use my 1 coin to get rid. Oh, my choices are hard.
My computer is doing some very strange things today, guys. I don't know if you just saw that on stream. I think you did. They just spotted on stream, like, the background went white, and I'm like, what is happening? It's definitely not happening.
It's nothing to do with demons.
My laptop's possessed.
Do you know what sucks right now? I don't have the travel right there. There we go.
But Jonathan, I wanted that spot.
Yes!
Ah, you took a fear card. Oh,
yeah,
Jonathan,
so?
it's a big what is that? Some kind of giant hippo. Oh no, the most fearsome.
Kind of giant hippo.
It's Hippopotamus Rex. Watch out.
Hippopotamus Rex. I like it. But
I've been trying to get this to work. Here we go. I can go up here now with this thing. Whee! Which means I can upgrade.
You're trying to get both of them up there.
And now I can upgrade this person. Oh, and she unticks automatically and becomes gold? That's awesome.
What? Yes, I believe so.
I had no idea that
There's me not even paying attention to the fact that I should be going up the research track.
No, don't go up the research track, Jonathan. Just don't worry about it.
You don't need it.
Who
needs research?
Don't worry about the research track, okay? It's fine.
I'm going to take this guy.
Captain.
Which I'm going to go this way.
Gold guy's gonna bring you gold.
Well, I haven't got cards to use the other guy to draw them, so I should probably think of filling my deck with something. I've done so bad on the deck building part of this game right now. My whole deck is on the table again.
I would like to have a tablet and a card, so I think I'll go here. I need a car. Oh, Jonathan, I'm going to use this
travel
one,
has
though.
blocked you. Ah, no. He's got resources and still got all his cards.
And,
How have you got all the cards, Mike?
because I'm just made of paper. I've only played 2. I've been doing other things. Look at you advancing up the track. Stop it. You might be taking the spots I want.
Stop it.
Jonathan, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I have actually got a plan. I have got another plan. Okay, cool. Org. This is dangerous.
Jonathan.
But it might just pay.
Jonathan, are the guardians that appear
Well done.
in the second tier harder than the guardians in the first tier?
I just realised the mistake I've made. It's going to cost me a lot.
Oh, and your face went tiny.
Whoa. It must have been a mistake. What? I think this stream is possessed, man. This ghost's involved. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Jonathan's bigger now. Jonathan, are
Yeah.
the
I thought I lost
guardians
weight.
that appear at tier 2 better
Yes.
than the guardians?
No,
at tier
the guardians are the same, but the sites are different.
1? Ooh. Ooh.
Level 2 sites are better. But like, have you really got enough compasses to get on them and the travel to get up there? I don't know. Let him show us what he's got. Yeah, my choices right now. Maybe I should let the chat decide. Oh, well. Oh, tricky. I can't even figure it out what I was wanting to do. So I could either go on research track or no, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna do the thing that I said I was gonna do. And guess what? I get to draw a card, which I don't have. And here we go. So I just wanted you to know that.
Jonathan's drawing cards, but
All
he
my
doesn't
bonuses
have
are
any
useless.
cards.
I've got all these great bonuses that I can't use. It is a really... I expect my points to be in the 30s, put it that way. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I love it. This is why I love this game. I love losing this game. It's amazing. Amazing losses. It's the best losses in gaming. I literally have to pass, don't I? I believe that is the case. Enjoy the game, Mike.
Okay, I'll try to be quick, but I'm not known for it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get into tier 2 here if I can. Let's see what happens. I need 2 more compasses.
So much fear.
So...
I'm just here to show you an example of a bad game.
Is this...
How to play badly.
Actually, also though, is this actually worth it, or is this not worth it? This could just be a colossal waste of money. Do you know what I mean?
It's last but one round, and I have bought 2 cards the whole game.
But what we can do is we can activate our friend here and upgrade one of these, because we need more of the blue things anyway. And also, I don't know why you haven't been buying more cards, Jonathan.
I haven't had the money to. That's part of the reason behind the assistant.
And then I guess we can use this one here. And then it feels kind of like a shame to have 6 compasses and not go and explore.
Ooh, I didn't see that card. I should have put that.
Up at the top. So let's go over here. And then we can play the Chronomancer to do that.
I just realized I totally did not have to pass.
We can upgrade this. Oh no, Jonathan, no!
Ah, no.
So much money!
So much money. But a shame it's round 4. You know, that money could have been more useful to you when you had more cards to choose from. That's the other thing I like. I like that as we go through, we see more artifacts and less items.
Let's defeat this guy by using his friend. Get out of here, that guy. And then I guess I might as well
Just buy all the cards.
I don't see any reason not to. Oh yeah, and then I might as well buy some cards, I suppose. What do I want next turn? Draw a card from the bottom of your deck. Well, I like that because it replaces itself. Anything that has card draw in it, I'm basically like, yes. So let's buy the large backpack.
Oh, a backpack.
Oh, now I can't afford the binoculars. Well, maybe we can get some more money somehow.
Just imagine the FBI listening in on this conversation. Talking about binoculars and stuff.
So let's.
Not that the FBI would be looking into me for anything.
Hey, why would the FBI be looking at you, Jonathan?
Yeah, nothing.
If we go up
There's
here,
nothing.
we can take this and upgrade.
Can't prove anything.
This to that. Woo.
They're investigating the disappearance of Mike.
Something's happened to Mike. What could it be? And then the good news is that we can activate one of these guys. And this is probably not the best idea because I'm going to be covering up points to gain points, but I think it's probably worth it because now I can go up here.
You know, it's not like you can do much worse.
This guy like
than
activates, and now he's got more stuff on him. So
I sound negative. It's not. I'm not being negative. I love this game. I apologize.
It's fun.
I can just see my path to victory being steep.
Do you know what they call this in gamer terms? They call this logical elimination. So,
okay.
like, the term strict elimination is when you're actually put out. Like in a game of Nemesis or something, you're wiped out of the game, your character dies. Logical elimination is when you determine you can't win
and you can
you're
see the end,
so
yeah.
far behind in score.
Oof. I suppose that's one thing that's good about not having a score track.
I believe in you, Jonathan. I believe in you.
Yes.
Didn't
he just say I'd be more afraid of Susan? Fair enough. Do you know who Susan is?
Mm-mm.
No. Does Heggers want to tell us who Susan is?
Right, now, is there something else we want to do this turn?
Hey? Huh?
What else would we like to do this turn?
Well, you know, I'm just waiting for round 5. See, now that is the one thing I will say with multiplayer is that because of the passing, sometimes one player is going to feel like they're not doing much for a long time, especially if you're in a large player game when you've got 3 other people still doing it when one has passed.
Or when one of them's just sitting here like, what do I do? Yeah, I can't decide if I want to cover up
problem in big group
space. I think I don't want to do that. I think I want to kind of just wait. So let's go bloop for that. And now I can get the binoculars. Yay! I love them.
Face Kitty! Sorry.
This one.
Face Kitty is back.
You know it's going to be a good stream because the cat appeared. Alright, yeah. Then my very last thing, I think, is I'm going to play this to delete my fear card. Done. Pass. Nice. Jonathan.
No. Oh, fear. Oh, fear. 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Like I said, nothing to fear but fear.
Oh, it's my turn to go first? Really?
Yes.
Oh, I was expecting you to go first. I don't know why.
It is the final round, and you go first. Because it started with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes complete sense now. I just, I don't know why I was expecting you to go first, because... I think it's because in the back of my mind, I had decided that... I didn't decide on something. At the back of my mind, basically, I had sort of thought that...
Oh man, I can't do it. I can't do it, Mike.
What you talking about, John? I need to work out. Oh no, I thought I would have some respite while it would be your turn. I feel like just taking this spot up here is the best thing to do, but I don't I don't want to give up 2 cards though.
Cat.
But
Cat
you get
makes a
so
microphone
much stuff though. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that stuff. Ah! Alright, let's just grab the stuff. While we can.
Okay.
But then what if I want to do another Heckin' Explore? What if I want more Guardians?
Well, then you'll have to get more Guardians. I got my own Guardian right here, so it's okay.
Alright, let's do a free action, which is this. And then we can upgrade a tablet to an arrowhead. And now let's play this card as an action. So we get money, and we get to draw a card.
Ah.
Alright, and now we have to end our turn, so it's over to Jonathan.
Oh, I got a cat being cute right now. Sorry. My action.
Phase Kitty's lost the ear to the Hexy. The Hexy side.
Oh, poor kitty.
Minus 30% accuracy when attacking the Phase Kitty.
Okay, cat. I get it. Discarding a card. And I must select. Oh, I haven't done my main action yet. Okay. Let's have a look at what we're doing here. Let's have a look at what we got. And we're gonna need to do both of these. Okay, so this. Sorry, I'm kind of talking to myself in my head now.
Yeah, it's gone to the point now where we're so invested in the game, we're just like muttering.
Yeah. Okay. Cat, what do you want? The cat's just picking on me now. You're just gonna sit here then, are you? You're not going. I'm fine.
So I think in an effort to grab some more stuff, I might as well go here because I've managed to pick up the chronometer. Whee! Treasures! And I don't know why I would wait to activate this assistant either, so let's just activate him too. More treasures! Enter. My assistant just brings me things, so what is the point?
I am now trying to do this. Yes, cat, I understand. You want my attention. Okay, it's a risky battle. I haven't used any artifacts this game either, I've noticed. I haven't even used artifacts this game at all.
I'm gonna play the binoculars. Activate this. Ooh.
I hope the cat isn't too distracting, guys.
The cat is rightfully distracting.
Oh, cat. Yes. Okay. I get it. She loves me too much, man. She won't leave me alone. Like, this can't be comfortable, cat.
I don't think that exists, dude. Too much love from a cat.
I can try. Choices. Do I? Well, yeah.
I'd bribe the cat. The cat's on my payroll. Go, distract him.
It just feels like a really bad idea to not go onto a base campsite right now for that gem to get on top of the board.
Yeah, man.
When I could also explore a site and explore. So yeah, yeah, I'm actually going to do something different. Going to go here and pay with that. Let me refresh an assistant. Should be this guy.
Giant spider!
Spider! Okay, and then I may perform a free action, which I'm going to do this. To do this. Getting me the gem I need, ready for next turn.
Alright guys, we're going to climb to the very top of the ladder and beat Jonathan to the 23-point spot.
I don't really have any other options right now, to be fair.
I'm lying, of course. We're not going to do that because we don't have the
amount of points you've got in just Guardians. The only way I'm going to get anywhere close to you is by getting to the top of the research track.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and use this extra card here. And now I'm going to... Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I can undo it. Great. Whoops. I want to use this card.
Ow. Can't just dig her claws into me. What did you do that for?
And time.
Okay, entwined. And now I'm gonna do this.
Get that fear out of that deck.
Get that fear out that deck. Also help me. Sorry. What do I want? What do I need right now? Actually, this could work. I'm at the top, guys. I'm at the top.
I want to go
So now, even if we draw, I win.
here. Oh, I can spend money on planes. I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's a good use for my money. I want to go here then. Can I do it twice or just once? Can I spend 4 for
you can, yeah, you can do it, but you'd have to spend 4 for 2 icons.
Let's do it. Double planes. Ooh, baby.
Please have fear on that thing. No. No.
It's a giant warthog.
That is not fair.
Oh, look at that. I have so many tablets. What am I gonna do with all these tablets, you guys?
Yay, so much fear. So at least I didn't have to pass.
I must select an action. Okay, I would like...
All I need is a gem. Somebody give me a gem. Actually, wait there. Nope, not happening. There's no way for me to get a gem.
I actually think that was 100% not worth it. Put a tablet out for a coin? Why did I even think that was a good idea?
What? Oh, Cat, where you going? She's like half on me and half on the desk right now.
Wait, what did I just do?
You watched me get a load of fur on my nice Hexy t-shirt. That's what you just did.
I think I don't know what I just did. I don't know why I played that treasure chest. That was so dumb. And now it's got an undo button, so I feel like I'm trying to undo that, and of course I'm not allowed to.
There's no such thing as dumb treasure.
Yeah, it was very dumb.
Yeah, see,
I guess it's only dumb though because I drew a card I didn't particularly want. I might have.
She's going to be famous as Phase Kitty, I assure you. This is my. I know it's my turn, by the way. I'm looking how to get a red gem, if there is a space at all, which I can acquire, which I cannot. The same fear, Mike. Why is this happening? Okay, so I'm just gonna go for the old 2-point tiles. That looks of it. The old fruit salad.
I'm gonna... Oh, I needed a coin to defeat this thing, so actually maybe it wasn't terribly stupid. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Anyway, beep beep, I'm a car.
Worst thing is I do know what I'm doing and I'm still losing. I'm going to be amazed if my score is near, put it that way. Oh, look at me. I can grab another one of these.
Oh, I missed what you... Oh, you bought the bronze temple tile.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, was that one of these two-pointers?
Yeah,
oh, yes,
2 pointers. At first I bought the one on the left last turn and then I bought the one on the right next turn. They're in stacks as well, by the way.
Ah, there are 2 tiles left in this stack, it's telling me.
Yes, there's so many per player, I think. So it's like per player plus something or other. It's written in the book when I set it up, and But Mike, I don't think you have much to worry about.
Well, I think I'm gonna play discard for money so that I can go up here. Whee!
Is he gonna make it to the top of the track?
Oh, I'm gonna do my very best, Jonathan.
Good, because I'm about to pass.
Oh, Jonathan, it's out.
That is out. That is the end of my game. GG, Mike.
Thanks
Just
for-
like see my screen go blank. Like.
Jonathan hangs up the Skype call. It's the internet equivalent of a table flip.
Nah, it's not so bad. This always happens to me though, man. A game I'm generally like do quite well at, and then the moment that everyone's watching is the moment I have the worst game of my life.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. In fact, I do need money. I need money, and I haven't got enough money. And I was literally, like, moments ago, I was like, oh, what do I need money for? And now I'm like, where's all my money?
I went through all 5 rounds. I've only bought 2 cards.
Right, so I actually genuinely need another compass here because...
I'm sorry I didn't get to show you how artifacts work, guys.
What is an artifact?
The blue card.
Oh, right. I displayed one artifact.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so now you can select an action, so I'm going to pick... Oh god, which one of these do I pick though? Because I kind of need money. It's going to be kind of pointless if I don't have any money.
It's weird saying you need money in round 5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Because
so crazy. I didn't draw my money card. It's the one card left in my deck. The one card left in my deck is my money, is my card that's like, have...
Well, the one card that's left in my hand is a fear card, just so you know.
Right, so
I'm gonna get like 50 points and then lose all the fear now.
I can go up here. And then I'll get a compass, and I'll still have no money. I can literally give up 4 points for a money, but that doesn't feel like a good trade.
4 points for a money.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
It depends what that money would get you.
Yeah, I guess that's the mathsy part of the game, the Euro side of the game, isn't it? So I do have the 2 compasses. So let's. I think.
Try and defeat a guardian, Ben. Chance. So you're gonna lose 4 points to gain 1 point.
No, I can't. Oh, do I?
Or anything like that.
Well, I
there's a
can't. I
card
can't just
of it.
defeat guardians, right? I need to have a worker there.
No. Yeah, I was reading the blue cards and then realised there wasn't one there that would allow you to do it anyway. Never mind.
Oh, there's a blue card here that gives you 2 money though. Oh,
And
that could
something
get
to
me
do
3
with-
money actually if I could buy this.
And then you could activate any campsite. Base camps.
Okay, yeah, let's.
But you wouldn't be able to use that card anyway. It's literally just 2 points to you.
Right, but the blue cards have an immediate effect.
Ah, yeah, I was on about if you were going to go for the lantern. If you were going to try and get 3 money to buy the lantern, for example.
Oh no, but I need another compass. I think maybe it is worth giving up the 4 points to get a compass and a coin.
Ah, you're on about covering them on your playboard, right? Got you.
Yeah, ooh. Ooh, this is... Oh god, guys, I'm trying to maths out all things. Actually,
Mike and
an
maths.
occupied base campsite.
That's why they call him Mathiv Mike. Sorry.
That's why they call him Flo. Flo Mike. Flo. Like, the thing is, Jonathan's probably right. I probably have won this. I'm just wasting his time to maximize my score. It's kind of dickish. I'm sorry about it. Let's go ahead and just progress the game here. So I will.
Can you do me a favor and watch me while I pay
sacrifice the
Arnak tonight?
We did it. We sacrificed
Innit?
the points, and now I think I'm gonna. I'd like to get
he
more.
just wants me here to torture
somehow, though. But if I get 3 doing that, oh, maybe I should have done this in a different order. Oh no!
Yeah, I blame Mike as well. Apparently you bribed my cat, by the way.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so here's what we do. We play the tent, and then we can activate this. Okay, yeah, I bribed the cat to distract you, and then we can move up here, and that gets us 3 more compasses, right? And then we can buy this card, which gets us more money, and we can activate
Your trap card. Sorry.
this to get an additional coin. Is that what we want? Okay, we can either have a coin, turn a coin into a blue arrow, or we can do this to buy a card at a discount of 1 compass, which is pointless. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm trying to get coins. So it's either what do I need more? A coin or a blue arrow? God, more bloody calculations! This is a hidden euro!
A hidden euro. A hidden euro game.
It is.
It doesn't reveal itself as a euro game until round 5.
Sneaky hidden euro game. I am also now unable to. What I need now is a blue gem, a red gem, which I don't think I can get, unfortunately.
Red gems. Alright.
I don't really need to advance that.
So if I was able to get a red gem, one red gem would have allowed me to get one of those 11-point tiles. That was why I was like moaning about. I might have had a chance if I was able to do that. Instead, I got 4 points instead of 11. I'm just hoping that you don't actually make it to the top of the research track, because then I'm screwed.
So I do think I need the 2 money. So I think
I'm screwed anyway.
This.
You've got double points than me on Guardians alone. This is why he invited me on.
The crystal earring, Jonathan, that says draw up to 3 cards and keep 1. You may return one of them to the top of your deck. Discard the rest. Oh, okay. You may return one. So you draw 3 cards. You keep 1 in hand, and then you either decide to return the other 2. Or okay. So that's just better than the soul jar, right? Oh yeah, but it's also twice the price. That's why it's better. That's why it's just better. Okay, so now we can send the book up here.
Oh, no you don't. Oh, that's not even fair.
And...
Not even fair, Mac. This game sucks.
Now we can get this card, right? And so, okay, so let's draw 3. I've only got 1 card left. You may keep... it's not even helpful. I thought maybe this would be helpful, but it's not. You may keep one of the drawn cards. Great, I'll keep the only card. Yeah, that's fine. That's not helpful to my...
by the way, if you want to see just how much I don't think this game sucks, go check out my review on my channel.
You must discard one of the...
While you wait for Mike to finish this game.
Oh god, what am I doing right here? Okay, so I've got 1 compass, so let's play this. And then we can go up here, and I think this is basically me running out of useful things I can actually do reasonably.
Next time, gadget.
I've got so much leftover resources.
It's weird. I'm like, I was getting all excited to see that score screen to just see how bad it is. Like, it's crazy.
Man, I think I really blew this at the end though, Jonathan, because
how?
I haven't.
What have you done? Lost you 20 points, Mike.
But Jonathan, I just wanted to do the best that I could, and I don't think that I did. No, because I just there we go. I play that card. I get a compass.
You've gained.
Oh wait, I can draw a card here.
Yeah,
I've run out of cards in my deck. That's the problem. It's still worth buying this
every round.
One thing.
But that turned out to be my problem every round once I got that pack donkey.
Yeah, man, you definitely needed more cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got like 4 bloody tablets left and nothing I can do with them. Because I need one of them to be a blue arrow. God.
I wonder if we're going to see a co-op variant of this.
Yes. I'm gonna
oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oof.
We actually tied on the track because we both made it equal.
See, See, ready? Woo!
Ooh, I got a trophy!
Did I lose any? I didn't lose any ELO, but you gained 38, just so you know.
Yeah, you didn't lose any, but I went up.
Yeah, you went way up because you beat me, Master.
The Master solo gamer, yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. I lost.
Sorry if that was a bit...
Bad.
That was sorry if I got a bit quiet there at the end. And Jonathan, thank you so much for playing and indulging me in my my puzzling it out. We can talk a bit.
It was good, man. I enjoying it. I liked it.
I'm glad you had fun.
I had fun
But-
losing. I always do anyway. I find that sometimes like a funny loss is better than a win sometimes. Like the fun we had from me being so far behind was probably more worth it than if I was just competing. In that sense. Do you know what I mean?
So,
like that
yeah,
20 points joke, that was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
That was worth it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the most interesting part of these games sometimes is human error, you know. And as I always say,
it wasn't my fault. I lost.
you know, unless you're playing, unless this is Jonathan, this is not a slight at your whole solo shtick, but I was going to say, unless you're playing solo, making a mistake is okay because literally everybody at the table will laugh. You're the only one that it bothers, you know? When you're like, oh, I made a mistake, oh no! And everyone else has a great laugh, and then you're stuck.
There's also a downside to solo on that as well, though, in the fact that you can play a game wrong for months before playing it with someone else and realizing you've been making the same mistake over and over and over again. That has happened to me. Let's not talk about Journeys in Middle-earth. I did not play 159 games of that wrong. Okay?
Oh my god. I think I also was making the same mistake and I had to get called out on that mistake and fix it. But,
the exploration. It's because of Mansions of Madness. I played it and then I blame Mansions, I do. I was exploring like Mansions and I totally wasn't doing it like John.
Well, good job, FaZe Cat. You've successfully earned your reward for distracting Jonathan.
She's just over there eating food now. She don't care. She's like, my job's done. Game's over. Aye. So what do you think of Lost Ruins of Arnak after your couple of games of the BGA version?
Yes, I've played the BGA version of this 3 times now. I played it 2 3-player, no, 1 4-player game actually, right?
Hmm?
So
I think
3,
that was
4, and 2. And I think that I think that it's sort of a it's a Euro game, and it does something I quite like about Euros. Like I think that which is that the resources don't feel super scarce. You know, it feels like you got like every time you do a
just
thing,
in reach.
Yeah, exactly. But every time you do a thing, it gives you like slightly more than you need, or like it gives you something you don't need now, and then when you've got it, suddenly more sort of options seem to appear. So I like the fact that it never feels super scarce, you know? It more feels like, how do I spend what I've got, rather than, you know, or like when you need something, it's like you need one thing, but you've got sort of avenues to get that thing, you know? Or then you can decide maybe you're going to do something else entirely, and that's okay too. So it doesn't feel like when you're like, oh, I really need a red gem, that's a fairly minor feeling in the game.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like
some Euro games are
very some Euro games are very, very much like that throughout the whole game, you know, very intense sort of calculation and resource management.
It never really feels like it's squeezing you too tightly, is what I find with it.
So I think in a way this game is it feels like, and that's kind of where I was going with this comment, which is like it's kind of a sort of, I think it's definitely not like a gateway game. I think it's more demanding than that, and I think that because it actually gives you a real diverse range of quite hobby game mechanisms, it's not the most sort of accessible game for people who are new to the hobby.
New, yeah.
But it's also quite a good escalation point, I think, if people have been playing like gateway games and things, or they've got some familiarity. And the other thing is like, you know, you never really know what, you know. So I feel like because this has got a bit of everything, because it's a bit demanding, it's just kind of, but because it's not too harsh, it just feels like it's sort of like a really sort of generally good option, you know, for like it feels like it's got a lot of diverse application, which I think is actually quite a nice thing to have in your collection if you don't have something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like I think it's going to be one of those games that you're going to be able to introduce to people who are used to like one kind of game. So like, you've got someone who plays mostly card games, then like there's enough there to say, oh well, try this, and then there's this other few bits that you may not be so familiar with that you can learn while you're there.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think
great
it has a
way
lot of that.
to introduce someone to new mechanics.
I like just things like the resource management and stuff. There's something that I found, well, my wife specifically, she didn't really understand the whole resource management stuff. She doesn't game that often. She's like played with me like 3 or 4 times in our whole relationship. So there's like, but she found while I was playing Arnak that she started to understand the whole resource management thing, which eventually led into us playing that Harry Potter worker placement game, which is terrible, by the way, but my wife will play anything with a Harry Potter logo on it.
I don't think I played that one. The Harry Potter worker placement game. Do you mean the deck builder?
What's it called? No, the one with the test tube with the gems in it. What's it called? Something class, something with a...
Oh, is it like Potions class or something?
No, it's... you go to different parts. It's basically worker placement. It's so generic worker placement that I can't really describe it any other way.
The name of it.
Yeah. House Cup competition. That's the one. The test tubes represent the house points. But like the fact that she was used to the whole resource thing that she saw in Arnak was enough to make that game just click straight away for her. It wasn't like she found that this helped her onboard into that.
Yeah.
Which was quite interesting, I found anyway. Because I genuinely thought that like this game in general, it's definitely midweight. To me, this is the definition of what midweight is.
Yeah.
It's exact definition of midweight. There's plenty there to think about, but you could easily teach it to someone.
Yeah, I think so, but I also think that it has slightly more mechanisms going on, which might like, because I think it's actually overall maybe even like a bit lighter than it first appears. I think it appears denser because of all the different mechanisms, and because some things sort of trigger in quite specific ways, So I think that's interesting. I imagine it's maybe... I think it's actually probably a bit easier to approach with the physical game because you're putting out components and sort of triggering them one at a time. Rather than on BGA where you'll click on a space and then a bunch of stuff will happen.
A big box, like, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's suddenly like, do a thing, and you're like, how did this happen? What's going on?
That's the other thing, that you've got like little plastic bits and stuff in your hand in the physical game as well, haven't you? So it makes that connection in your brain a lot more like normal. You're not just seeing numbers next to an icon like you are in BGA. And
I saw the pieces for the tablets, the arrowheads, and the gems on BGG. They looked really nice.
Yeah, basically the arrowheads are made out of the same stuff that CGE used to make those blue pastel tokens out of what was it called, Sanctum. Do you remember Sanctum? Had those little CGE have this like red and blue plastic that they like to use for everything. Do you ever notice in all the games? I hadn't really noticed that actually. You'll notice it now, right? Pay attention to that blue plastic. It's like that glittery blue stuff. They use it a lot. But yeah, that's basically it. And the tablets are actually like really nicely detailed with the text on them, which I thought was cool when I came across them. They feel nice in your hand. It's got that nice, and the noise the arrowheads make is really satisfying.
Oh, you have a really nice clatter on the table.
Yeah, they have. It's almost like glass. Like it's got a nice little noise to it. It's the noise. It's not the feel. It's the sound. You'll see what I mean if you ever get a baggie of them and just shake them in front of your face. Trust me. It'll be all you need. You'll just be like, yeah.
And I think one of the things I also quite like about this game is that it feels crunchy enough to keep me engaged with it. Like there's enough different enough elements going on that I'm not worried that I would get very tired of it if I played it a few too many. Like I feel like there's an element of longevity, like for even an experienced hobby gamer. I think if I wanted a really satisfying Euro experience, this might not necessarily deliver it.
You go for something bigger when you like something like Steffenfeld or like something that's just a bit longer, a bit Rosenbergy.
But actually, for me, it's I think it's the juxtaposition between all the sort of the heady calculations you're doing, the stuff that made me go very quiet at the end there, and actually the random elements of the game. Because the card marketplace has an element of randomness that's a big deal. The assistance has
game so much. To be fair, that card draw.
But also just the dig sites and the guardians are hugely random and so important. And I think that's a huge big. I think that actually would make it more enjoyable and more appealing to people who are not super used to crunchy euros, but much less appealing to people who are looking
The
for
people who
that.
want that, yeah.
Yeah.
That wants that Uwe Rosenberg thing or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, I quite like that element because it gives it. I quite like the sort of the surprise, and I like the feel of discovery, and that fits in with the theme of exploration. So that works for me. But I'm also the kind of person that's very sort of generally quite blasé about that kind of thing. Like the luck needs to be well balanced with the effort I'm putting in. And in this case, because the game's light enough, it feels well balanced to me. But
to you,
I think if people came to this and wanting to put in a lot of effort to get a really good score, they might find that quite frustrating.
Do you know what I was going to say before I lost?
What's that?
I was going to say, right, this game really does favor experienced players. You'll find that playing with someone who has knowledge of the card pool and knowing which cards to actually pull out when they really, to really win the game will change it completely. It's one of those I found, like when I started playing with some more experienced players, I noticed the points gap getting bigger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just a really sort of, it's just tight. There's always a chance for you to claw it back, generally, I find. So once you've got I've forgotten my original point now. I literally forgot the first bit I was talking about.
Well, you're talking about the experience gap and how...
yes, how an experienced player is generally going to find that the artifacts, they're going to know when they see the artifact they want. Do you know what I mean? They're going to see it. The other player's busy there looking at your base camp spaces, and you're there thinking, that artifact's going to be nice to me in the third turn of this round, blah, blah, blah. And that can sort of really... I've just found when I was playing with newer players, the gap was a lot bigger eventually, as I sort of became more experienced in the game, because I was just knowing to buy that card. They didn't try and steal it off me. That sort of thing.
That's interesting that you feel that way.
I just feel, that was it. I just felt a more experienced player is going to have more chance of... I know you can say that with any game, but it just seems like when you're first learning it, you're pretty much... You notice you're going to start focusing on like the little stuff. You're not going to be going for all the nice cards and stuff. You're going to sort of be doing, what can I do? Do you know what I mean? More than you are, how can I do the best?
I suppose you might, as you get more experienced, you might inherently understand the value of certain cards better. And so while players are trying to decide what base camp they're going to pick, or squabbling over who got the better base camp, you might...
This cat.
Base tail. You might spot one of these really good cards up in the top row and think, oh, I'm going to buy that because I know if I buy it in the first round, even though I might not get to do anything else this round, that's going to pay dividends over the course of the game. I mean, I think that the deck building is quite important, and I think our end game decks demonstrate that quite clearly.
Yeah,
but,
my 2-card deck. I'm surprised that I just didn't have the opportunity. Every time I was like, I need to push myself up, and I was looking to squeeze those points out. I had cards. The cards I did have weren't working fully efficiently for me. It's like that because I didn't have enough cards for the card draw they were supplying me. So I was getting 3-card draw around, but only being able to draw 2 of the cards. And then not make use of them. And then it was, I was watching it happen the whole game, and I was a bit like, oh wow, this is happening. Especially, I kept drawing my fear in like round 2, 3, and 4 as well. I had like a handful of fear.
Well, I took a whole, I saw that you got a couple of fear cards right at the end there. That was pretty bad luck. And I was definitely prioritizing when I saw as well a couple of dig sites come out with card draw on them. I was prioritizing cards that gave you the ability to activate dig sites or draw another card, so that I could.
And those sites mean everything. Those sites are everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean the dig sites are super important, and even if I'm activating this one with the snake here, I'm getting a card, so the cost kind of replaces itself, and then I get a green arrowhead as well, which is just an extra bonus. So that's good. I mean, I think this Stone Jar is really crummy card, but it's worth a point at the end of the game, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't... I mean, again, it's got an airplane on it, and it seems like all the artifacts do, so that is a little extra advantage there that you might find useful later in the game.
I've had some games that are very artifact heavy, And you'll be surprised how many more turns you can get if you can keep getting artifacts coming in. They can really extend the round if you use them correctly.
Yeah, well, it seems to me that having good compass generation is pretty critical, and if you time your ascent into the 5th row of the research track with your book to get 3 compasses out of that, that really helped me out.
Change the game.
Yeah, well, it enabled me to get an extra artifact card, which gave me some more stuff.
And I was thinking, right, if I don't straight gun for the top of this track, my chance is 0 chance of me. So I left my book behind. Basically, I was like, I need to get up there fast.
Well, this is the very first game. This is funny actually, because the very first game we played, I was trying to advance both my tokens kind of together, and then I saw you and our cohort, we'll call him Indiana. I saw you guys beelining for the top of the research track, and so I kind of abandoned my plan with my book and just went helter-skelter up there with you. And that's kind of also what happened and I lost that first game. So I was like, oh, I guess bringing the book with me or more than a few rows up is probably not worth it. And that's kind of what happened again in the second game. But in this game, I guess I'd forgotten.
I was getting both pretty high.
Yeah, I forgot that in this game, because I decided actually that I wanted to activate the assistants more, get both assistants. And so I actually just kind of kept coming up with plans.
Screen.
Well, I wanted to show the game, John, sorry. But I wanted to activate the assistants more, and so I'd kind of forgotten about that, and I think it actually paid off. I mean, I didn't get the magnifying glass to the top, but I think that having the assistants both on the gold side and reset twice as well when they flipped over, so that I got double use out of both of them in a couple rounds, I think that was really, really valuable. So I definitely think that they're both equally viable strategies, because of course when you do make it to this top row that Jonathan made it to, you get one of these little tokens as well, these little terracotta tokens here that has a reward on it. I think you got a tablet out of it, right?
Which ones?
The terracotta token?
Yes. Oh yeah, the face down tokens. Yeah, I took a tablet out of it this time.
Oh, did you get to choose something?
Yeah, you get they all turn face up and you get to choose one and put the rest back face down.
Right.
Basically.
So is it all resources in there, or there's other stuff?
It's exactly the same things that are on the way up the research track. They're the little square tokens. They're the same thing. They come in a stack, and then you place them there, and then you put 3 of them at the top and shuffle them or whatever based on the player count.
So we've got one delete a card here. I think we had various other different things as we were moving up. And so there's also that incentive to go up quickly, because there are tokens that are first come, first served on the track itself as well.
That happens too.
I imagine that's even more... Excuse me. I imagine that's even more inviting in the tabletop version when you can see the tokens being picked up and taken away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and also the decks of cards themselves. I mean, Jonathan didn't actually buy very many cards in this game. I bought quite a number. I think there's one more in your hand. I'm not sure. Oh, I did check your deck. It's just one of the starting cards. Because I bought a bunch.
It's just the starting card.
No, I was trying to think if you had bought 3 cards or just 2, but I was just going to point out that there's something like 35 cards in each of these decks. So we saw less than half of the deck in this game. Obviously, with more players, you'll see more of them.
See most of it, yeah.
But the order in which they come out, and so this is coming back to what we were saying about experienced players looking for specific cards. There's going to be a element of randomness to the offering, and of course, you know, if you buy a card that ends your turn that round, and then someone else might jump in and get the one you were waiting for if it came out, or you might just not be able to afford it.
The worst is when you buy something and then leave yourself with 1 coin less to buy the one that replaced it that you really need.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. I'm $1 short. That's I think that's becoming a catchphrase on this channel. So yeah, I think I think I've seen this retailing for about 45 pounds.
Yeah, it's about that. It's typical CGE price generally.
I mean, you've got the physical copy. Do you think the production quality?
Yes, that was one thing I would say that it does well. For its price, it has a very high production quality. It's a bit tall, and like you remember you were saying earlier, there's an extra the spaces for the extra stuff at the bottom, like for the resources and stuff.
Yeah,
that's actually a separate piece, not part of the board. So I'm glad they did that, because if they hadn't cut that bottom bit off to put it as a separate piece, it would be too tall for my table. It's actually one of the things I complain about it in my review is that it's a little bit on the tall side. Like if you play, especially playing solo, it's a bit of a reach for your arms. But apart from that, I generally think production quality wise, it's exactly what it needs to be. It's not, you haven't got like big neoprene board or anything stupid like that. But all the tokens are nice thick quality. Even the Automa deck itself is made out of nice thick tokens. It's not cards. So, and then you've got your little plastic bits and all, which go with it, which you don't get in most games, to be fair. Most games will just give you token for that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
Like, there's no reason those arrowheads couldn't have been cardboard, is there? Come on.
Well, I suppose
You know
it's. I mean, well, that's kind of interesting actually, because I think that for me, I think at that price point, I think the question you really got to ask yourself then, if the production value seems reasonably good, is are you going to get it to the table and are you going to play it? Because I think in real life it's probably a 90-minute game. Does that seem fair?
I'd say a bit less. Or solo, especially, is probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah, so maybe 45-minute basic, and then add 15 to 30 minutes per player.
Add an extra half hour. I would say add an extra half hour for the snake side of the board, basically.
Oh yeah, and then there's also the advanced side of the board, of course, as well.
And the free campaign. There's a lot of content there, to be fair, for the money.
But I think that, you know, if you've got a pretty solid gaming group and you guys are already getting into crunch Euros, I'm not sure if there's anything here for you, unless you find yourselves constantly wishing you're looking for something
I'd say
lighter.
If you look at it, if you're one of those kind of Euro gamers and you look at it and go, ooh, that's pretty, then it's probably, you might like it. But at the same time, you might have something else that would, you know, be a bit more complex and a bit more to your style at that point.
Well, I think that the prettiness does it well, because I think that where this game finds a place is, as we discussed, with sort of escalating players that are less familiar with the hobby, or perhaps less familiar with the Euro game genre of the hobby. You know, and you know, it's easier to sell something that looks pretty and exciting. You know,
it tends to get compared to June Imperium a lot as well, which I don't understand.
I mean, I haven't looked into June Imperium at all.
I think it looks boring personally, but that's just me. I don't like the plain burgundy board it's got. So.
Well,
and the
I
little
didn't,
blue triangle pieces or whatever they are.
I just haven't had time to look at it, and I haven't had. No one's come to me and said, "June Imperium's absolutely great."
A lot of people love it.
To look at it.
In the solo groups, people are raving about it. To be fair, but then they're raving about both games. To be fair, they kind of always get compared to each other. I can't see it.
Right. I mean, I don't know, but I don't also. I mean, I don't think I would wind up playing this solo, because I'm just not really a solo gamer. I'm buying this to play this at the table. But do you think it's worth it for solo gamers?
I'd say.
Or maybe
I'd go as far.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would go as far to say it's more worth it for solo gamers because of that solo campaign.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more content there if you're going to be playing it solo. If you're just going to be playing it multiplayer, you've got one side of the board or the other side of the board. To be fair. Mm-hmm. When you're playing multiplayer.
I think that there's enough sort of random elements.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. It's got variable setups. And it's very much
a reasonable amount of replayability here. I think, because there's enough randomness. But again, like I said, I think you got to have the right group for this. I don't think it's, it's not. I don't think it's going to bring anything exciting in for an elite veteran group, or even a relatively veteran group.
So.
But on that other side, we lost Jonathan on Skype. Oh no! All right, I'm gonna have to call him back. Oh no!
Oh,
wait.
No, he's back. You're back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just skipped a little.
Got him back. Yes, I have been playing solo games for over a year, Difter. It's true. But it's
Why
not.
else would I be watching?
That's why Jonathan has been checking out my channel. Yeah. But that's the only reason. But all I was going to say was I'm tempted to buy this because I think that I could play it with people in my life, who I think would be into it. But I'm not. But I don't know if I'd recommend it for everyone. For me, I've got a couple of groups I play with where I think this would be a really good fit. But
I know I love it, but I can see why other people wouldn't. if that makes sense. I can see why someone who plays like Hallertau or Nyesford or whatever wouldn't find it as interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think Nosford is actually quite a good comparison, but I'm not going to talk about that because we're already running over, and I'm
Oh, we're getting late. Yeah.
reaching my final conclusion here, which is that I think at £45, it's a little bit too expensive to recommend for everybody. But you know, if you're the solo gamer, you've got Jonathan's seal of approval on it, and for me, if you're looking for something a bit heavier to bring to people who are not as sort of veteran, or maybe who want actually, I think also maybe a little bit of a crunchy experience. Well, I don't know though. We talked about it being like 90 minutes for two players though, or at least an hour. I think that, I don't know, there's probably better options if you've got, I was going to say for veteran, for experienced gamers who want something a bit quick, but I don't know if it's necessarily even that quick. Like I play Little Town with Leanne, which is this tiny little game, and it's like 20 quid, and it's surprisingly crunchy for such a tiny little box. It's very easy to recommend that. It doesn't have a solo mode though. Yeah,
that means it just doesn't get on the shelf for me.
Yeah.
It just don't get bought. It stays on the shelf at the store. Poor game.
But there you go. So I think hopefully
If only they had a solo mode. It's a story of my life.
Oh, Eddie says, much like Sleeping Gods, the solo play version of this looks very fun. Don't get us started, Eddie. That's like throwing a grenade into this room. Jonathan hated it.
I haven't reviewed it yet because I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do a Tarantino flip and tell you what I think of the game first, and then say, if you still want to watch it, here's the gameplay. I'm tempted to switch that around. Instead of having my score at the end, I'm going to have it at the beginning. Seriously, I've made a half-hour video, but please, just watch this 5 minutes.
And I loved it. I'm actually, I've been working on
I can see
my rules video.
It's the save system. For me,
Jonathan had an issue with the save system, and to be fair, I left it set up. I just kind of
and I don't have that option. So
I mean, I don't typically. I can't leave Etherfield set up, but this one was easier to leave like sort of half set up for me. But I think if I'd had to put it away in the box, that might have been a different issue.
But that's another video. Another video on us arguing about Sleeping Gods.
Oh my god!
At some point,
Google Chrome just crashed. My computer's quietly just shutting everything down.
Yeah. Well, we're still live right now, according to YouTube.
Yeah, well, right? That's... Yeah. Here we go. I have to
Are we still here, guys?
There we go. But I think that just about wraps it up. I hope that's been some useful discussion at the end there, guys, about what this game sort of does and who it's for. And like I said, I think it's a bit too expensive. But I think also, if you have... maybe if you're building a collection, you don't have a whole lot of games. You don't have anything that feels equitable to this weight. Maybe. But like I said, I don't think it's got a place for...
It kind of fits that same sort of niche as like Everdell. It's got that same sort of like vibe, that card engine building sort of thing going on. Like it's got like, the same similar weight, isn't it? It's like that sort of...
Yeah, I mean, I think Everdell is slightly heavier because it's got a lot more cards and there's more of this tableau building element. On the other hand, Everdell, especially with the new expansions, will be impossible to put on any table. So yes. I guess Lost Ruins of Arnak wins because Everdell doesn't fit on tables anymore.
I was like, if only I bought the expansions that went on the sides.
I'm going to have to just start playing Everdell on the floor.
Yeah.
In any case, I think that's a wrap for the stream. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. This has been a lot of fun. And thanks so much for Jonathan for coming along and playing as well.
It's been fun, Mike. Anytime.
Anytime, great
Mike.
Sport. Great. Well, we'll have a rematch on the snake side and you can whoop me. Bye, everyone. See you in the next stream.
Good evening.
Probably on
have a beautiful
the weekend.
time. Oh, yeah, you get it.
This is epileptic inducing. Let's turn off this. Oh, where are my credits? Cut.